call the meeting to order at 4:51. Please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Johansson is here, so I'll take item 2 on the agenda first. I have a question. If you could step up for 1 second. Just want to understand the application.
I'm sure.
Okay. Now, is this in green one lot, Richard, and this in red a different lot, and you want to transfer this box into the green lot?
Yes.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
strip about 96 feet long.
Mhm.
This goes over the bank.
Okay.
The reason being that we got kind of electric and gas company put a line across our lot without the easement. We haven't been able to find it yet. So we're in the process of dealing with them. But in the meantime, when I built the house, I had to move
Could you
it.
speak up a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can't have the door.
Basically, the reason for wanting that little strip of land was because when the New York State Gas and Electric, without a permit, put their high-tension wires across our lot. So in order to build the house, we had to be 12 feet from that, I believe. Okay? And so what it did, it made the parking area, it's fine for 2 cars, okay? But, and it's kind of steep getting up in there. So when we bought the yellow house across the road, we kind of cleaned that up, what a mess that was. And we wanted to take the little strip of land out for about 3 more car parking in case built up there was for my son, but it was a 1-bedroom house, so I can't see anybody needing more than 2 car parking. So that's the story.
Okay. I happened to meet Bob Birch from Schlaffer and Birch
Yes.
today. He's a member of Cooperstown, which I am.
Yep.
And I'm going to sit down for that. I explained to him what I'll explain to the board, so I need the board's consensus on this.
Yeah, he's our lawyer too.
Yeah. This is an application for subdivision, and it's my belief that this does not fall within our subdivision law. It's a lot line adjustment. And for your review, I have these 2 pages. The one with the huge print, fault of my printer, is portion of section 728 of the New York State Village Law. That's the state law that gives Cooperstown Village the authority to have a subdivision law. And on the reverse side, subsection A4 divides the subdivision. The next section gives a village permissive right to include the alteration of lot lines in the definition of a subdivision. And the other page, the definition of subdivision is from our village code, section 245-1. It does not include a lot line in the definition. Lot line change.
But how is this a lot line change? It
Because
looks like you're carving a piece out of another parcel.
there are 2 parcels.
We own
The one-
both parts.
The one in green is 1 parcel,
Right.
and this one in red, which is divided by Glen, is a separate parcel.
Okay.
So the one in this this portion of this parcel, which is divided by Main Street, as part of this parcel.
Just that little square
Yes,
though, not within the red.
yeah, within, taking it from the red and in essence, you know. outlining
Okay.
green.
Yes, okay, got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Gee, could I have that explanation with you pointing at me so I can see the map? It's so confusing. It looks like Glen Avenue came up and divided the property in two pieces, or is it? This piece of property is what plot?
This in green is one plot.
Yeah,
The red divided by Glen Avenue is a different plot.
so Glen Avenue was, that was a single plot, and then they go Glen Avenue through it, and that's what created it into two pieces.
I don't know how it's in two
Across the
pieces,
road.
but this lot
This
is,
belongs in here.
yes, this lot is bisected by Glen Avenue.
And
Whatever.
yellow house.
Okay, so
what you want to do
Yeah.
is change this little lot
That little-
from this lot
Trapezoid, they go over.
and have it part of this lot. So
I
this
don't-
lot
the survey should be here. but
bisected by
nothing
Main
to
Street,
be-
but
The
it
hill
still
goes
be
right over.
a lot
So
more
it's
change
basically
because
there's enough room to park cars parallel to the road.
yes.
But, yeah, they put that.
Now,
right up to
Wouldn't it be just be
here.
simpler to
Kind of
just
ruined our
draw
lot.
this over to, well, the problem is he needs a
I
line.
haven't dealt with them yet legally.
Is there a lot line through here by Glen Avenue? Does
They
Glen
have
Avenue
create
create a lot line?
paperwork to show they don't want to do that. Yeah. they don't have that.
You're saying, in other words, why
So
don't
we
we
had
just,
to build this house.
it seems like making something much more complicated than you have to.
So that kind of made the parking
I looked up
area
the property records.
small, yeah, it's adequate
Property
for
records.
cars. But
This
if you had a guest,
is one lot.
so that's why we wanted to add this to this,
That's,
so you could park like
This-
this. Or if you had to. The
Yeah.
house is only one bedroom house.
This
so
is the other
I
lot.
can't see never need.
So in essence, you want to take
a
a little bit of this and add it to this.
Eventually for parking, is that what it is? Eventually?
So it won't be
Yes.
parking on a separate lot,
Yeah.
which would not be.
Actually, that's
Correct.
kind of a decent piece of land there too.
oh, is that,
That the river goes through it.
having a parking area on a separate lot?
So I don't think
But
it,
since he
I built on some pretty.
since he
bad
owns this
places,
lot-
so I did for love.
But he may eventually try to sell it,
I'm looking at that
you know, and
going.
then it doesn't have parking.
He wants to make, he wants to make it
Yeah.
And there's no reason not just to draw this over here and forget these other two lines. This
But
makes
this has
sense.
good sight.
I guess what I'm saying
That piece
is,
of
what
land
they're doing is
down
making this
there.
piece of land totally unusable for any future purpose.
Is it totally unusable or is it?
Because it's got this
Yeah.
cutout right in the middle of it.
It's on the edge.
Yeah, pretty nice inside. It's a big
Well, how,
house.
you know, yeah, you can walk along here to get access.
But. Spend money.
this-
We have a
But
standard glass
since
seam
it's-
roof,
since it's attached to
supposed
this,
to be construction.
But you get Glen Avenue
and
there.
all kinds of high-tech heating,
that's the way the lot is.
fresh air
We
systems.
have
I know.
we have to take things as they are, because we like them.
Yeah, it's like an 8-foot shower in the master
It's-
bathroom. I don't know why you would.
I think it's creating a future problem for somebody, you know, 100 years from
He
now.
was just,
So,
well, that's gonna be for him. And I was almost finished with it, and he decided to go to college. So I scrambled it. He went off to Michigan.
So- My view is, this doesn't fall within the requirements of our subdivision law.
Because it's just a simple subdivision.
It's a
Simple
simple
lot line
lot line
adjustment.
adjustment.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not
But
further
I
subdivision.
need,
Yeah.
I need the board's consensus on that, since I don't rule, I just have one vote.
Right, I think that is, so do we need to make a motion on that, or you want consensus?
We could do it either way. An interpretation of the statute is type 2 action, I just said that. So it needs no secret review. So I just move that we consider this a lot line adjustment, not subject to our subdivision law.
Okay, I'd second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I have two hearing aids. I can't
It's
figure it out.
unanimous. I explained to Bob earlier that was my view, and then I would raise it here. So he understands what this is all about.
Yeah,
So
I went around with Bob.
So I told, I can't give him legal advice, I told him, when you ask what this is all about, he'll be able to explain it to you. Okay, so that's all that you have to do with this book. And good luck.
Well, thank you.
You will.
I appreciate
Happy
it.
anniversary, I saw your
Oh,
lovely
yeah.
wife yesterday,
Yeah,
52 years.
Congratulations.
I'm assuming, Gene, a lot line can be adjusted across a public street. It's not adjacent. These properties aren't adjacent. Because it's Main Street there.
That was my question.
I believe so.
yeah, the survey is actually from the center of the road each way, it's my understanding.
Yeah,
So it does, even though there's a road there, it does border the center line of the road.
You know, but even, I mean, that would be what the county will record. And, you know, I'm not a real estate lawyer, I know that there are lot line adjustment agreements, and a new plat will have to be filed. But I think Bob Birch will know how to do that.
well, nobody's gonna challenge it,
Okay. Good luck.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Norm.
Bye.
Bye.
Would you leave the door open, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. 149 Lane, the old Alex, and Ika, or Alex's Road, whatever, what his name is. The sign application, I think I understand, and unfortunately, this is not here, I think I understand where sign A and B are proposed. I have no idea what this sign C is. They're pointing to the Louis Monument sign.
Oh, I think that to show it's going to be like that sign.
Yeah, but I don't know where it would be. But
Let me see if I can, I
So-
didn't print out the applications.
and this is the original.
Oh, okay.
Isn't this sign going to be the county?
If you like that. So A will be, is on the top of, is it?
Yeah, where on the
That
photo
would be where
camera.
Cantina de Salsa is.
Continue this also.
And B,
B will be, I think,
where this other little cartoon is also on the side.
The projected sign.
Projecting sign, yes.
right, and then,
What is sign C?
I don't know.
hang on, is it on this side?
It's,
Isn't that somebody else's property? What's this?
Well, I think he's just showing the kind of sign,
Oh, okay. So
so,
it's gonna be like an appendage.
right, but where? Would it be on the corner?
One.
so my information right now is to review sign A and B.
Right, and say, where do
And
you
then,
want to see?
and make a ruling on that, and leave it open for the applicant to come back and explain what sign C is.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to just reject it, because I don't understand part of it.
right,
I think we
right.
should approve what is able to be approved.
Yeah, I just
Does
trying to
anyone know
think.
why the picture of the bakery is here?
It's to show the whole street. and
Just show the view from the property,
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's doing the
I
best he can
I
there.
figured
Yeah,
that, but
The requirement is to show the street view.
See how they just see
Well, in the
that?
bakery.
Does he want something like this?
I don't know, there's this competition though.
Maybe he wants to
I'm
have
wondering if
something
the
underneath
C sign is down the alley by the entrance.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm wondering, he doesn't say that though.
Yeah.
But that's the only other place I could think, because the apartment entrance is the door. So that's all I can think is that that's where.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't guess, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
It says dining, yeah, normally dining, with the arrow pointing the wrong way. We're not another building. So I have a feeling it's on the side of the building, because the arrow is pointing.
It looks like it'll be on this, hanging on the side of Rudy, rather than the restaurant, the way the arrow is pointing.
Well, because he
Unless
didn't draw it all the way over.
Yeah, unless it be behind the door.
Well, the kitchen is right behind the window. So I
Right.
assume that you would take out through that door underneath
Yes,
149 Main.
you know, Alex did that years ago when he had
So-
corn dogs.
So, okay, so
Yep.
maybe the sign, I don't know whether the sign's gonna go.
Yeah.
I would agree with you on, yeah, where is the takeout? So, yeah, is there
I
a
don't
window
think
in the alley?
I don't think he's gonna have people enter through the
There
kitchen.
is a window, because there's a window box there, so there's a window in the alley, because they used to have herbs in it.
And when Alex did
Was it in the
the,
kitchen, or was it in the?
when Alex did the corn dog, he also let people in through his front door. And when Alex did the corn dogs, people could also go in through the front door, and there were stools
Right,
over there.
I never did go for a corn dog.
I did.
But I'm wondering if they're using a window from the alley,
Again,
because that's where the B arrow is pointing
Mhm.
for takeout, and that the larger side
Right.
would be dining, pointing to the back door to go in, but we don't know.
Yeah,
So,
we're just
yeah.
intuiting maybe.
It would make sense, yes. So I would agree that it meets all of the other requirements, those are dimensions, and materials and all of that, if we have any requirements on materials.
I don't think you submitted information on materials.
I think,
Or did you?
I mean, you submitted this picture at the very end that shows more blue. He doesn't say whether it's wood or composite, but it's not neon, and I think that's
Yeah.
our only restriction is it can't be neon in terms of what it's made out of.
The question I have is this Brooks Gifts a conforming sign in the village to begin with?
Well, it's
That's
been
what
there
it looks like
forever.
he's trying to duplicate and have a second
Yes.
one.
And I don't know if it is conforming, and we can address that if he comes back.
Because it might have been here when we did our sign law, so it stayed.
It was it's Muskrat Hill's sign. Well, I think maybe it's a combination Muskrat Hill. I don't think it's a.
Because it's not a projecting sign.
It is.
Yeah, but our projecting signs are hung from up above and they're restricted in size. This is too large
This
for,
is too large for a projection.
too large for a
The
projecting sign.
projection sign is limited to 4x3.
And it's not a wall sign.
No.
And you can't have a projecting sign and a freestanding sign on the same property. So how does this conform with our law? I guess is what I'm,
Is limited 4 feet by 3 feet.
I believe so.
That's huge. Isn't it? So this would qualify in terms of the square, the surface area.
Yeah, but but the way the law is worded,
Okay.
it says,
Well, and maybe it predates, well, I don't know. I feel like the sign law's been around forever. When was the sign law?
when was it done? 10 years ago maybe? But there were a lot of, all of signs that were not,
Yeah,
were there, or even the
Right.
sign that would get grandfathered in. So it looks like he's trying to add, because he saw down the street, oh, that's exactly what I would like. I
right.
would like that too. I mean, that would be my, he could have another wall, I think he probably is under the wall sign
Right, I mean,
saying that he could have another wall sign, but
I just can't figure out where it would project from on the building. If he has the projecting sign that says takeout with the arrow, there's not much other real estate for it to project on, so maybe it's just gonna be a flat sign on the building. He doesn't say project, like it's a projecting sign, does he? Oh, he does draw in the bracket though. Is it a bracket or is that the window?
It's
We're
a
gonna see.
pretty lame drawing, it doesn't really,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It doesn't really tell us much,
Right.
there's no text, so we're kind of left to guess. I don't know if that's, I'm see better.
So yeah, I think we need to approve the first two.
Yeah, does anybody have any problem with, signs A and B? The wall and the-
Yeah,
A, no,
A and B are fine.
Yeah,
Right,
yes,
and D being the sign on the little head.
yes,
That's the best way to put it. No, those should, and that's the one on the newly paved.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
now that there's a new landlord on, the Rudy's building.
Yeah, they both agreed to do
Building?
Because Rudy's
Oh, yeah.
owns most of that.
Is there
all of
any,
it.
there's no indication where this is going, is there?
it. So,
No, that's why we're not approving it, because
Yeah.
we don't know where it's supposed to go.
Well, I think he's just gonna project out into the street or out on the like bricks, there's like the other one. I think
I
that's
was
what.
motion to.
Or is it gonna be back next to where the door goes in, where you actually
Oh,
walk
back
in?
by his.
So we don't know, so we can't
Yeah,
say.
where's the
So, yes, I
location?
think
Is there a motion to approve A and B and reject C?
my motion is to approve A and B and to reject C until we have further information as to its location.
I second, or somebody second.
All in favor? Unanimous? So the last item I want to discuss, the sheet, which says transient rentals on the top.
Right.
So as mentioned before, I participate in an informal working group, hosted the mayor, deputy mayor, and the chairs of the three planning boards. A month, looking at different aspects of the zoning law and see where changes might be made. And the transient rental portion of the zoning law requires that the use be incidental. And this amendment is designed to show that the use has to be incidental within that single residence, not within the entire waterfront district.
The neighborhood,
The
yeah, or the
neighborhood.
zone, yeah. Yes, no, that clarifies it. So that a house that has, a two-bedroom apartment and a three-bedroom, you can't live in the smaller and rent the larger.
Right, and then say the rest of the neighborhood is residential.
Right.
So this is incidental to the neighborhood. This clarifies it has to be within the
On that
neighborhood.
parcel, yes.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
So rather than, so currently, or the first one could be interpreted that, well, we want this house to be short-term rentals, but it's only one in this larger neighborhood, so therefore it's only incidental to that zone. And it's actually, so if you have a multifamily or multi-use, a house with an accessory unit or a duplex with one larger and one smaller unit, the owner can't live in the smaller unit and use the larger unit for transient rentals. So they can't live in one bedroom and rent out the rest of the house as transient. So this clarifies that it is per parcel, not per zone, that incidental use.
Okay.
So we decided that I would present this to the planning board before the trustees, since we meet before them. And if we recommend this to the trustees, they don't have to send it back to us for our interpretation.
Seems to streamline things, yeah.
So I would move that we recommend this language change to the trustees.
I would second, yeah.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay, it's unanimous. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at the minutes?
Yeah.
It was a short and sweet meeting.
Yeah. Let me know if you have any suggestions, changes, or corrections.
Nope.
What is this about?
I don't know, I don't have that.
I would,
It's just,
Yeah, I don't, what is that?
it's like the drugstore picture or the bakery picture.
well, it's a map that is not a very good one. It's just,
It's about the April Road thing.
Does that have anything to do with the minutes?
well, the minutes is the last thing on the agenda, right?
That's what we're up to.
And we're given this to consider in a package, and there's nothing to do with any of the business we had.
We did, that's the first item we talked about.
No,
Is it?
no, that's, no,
No, this is April Road Housing Project, it says. The Bassett Hospital
Yeah,
proposal.
it wasn't in the minutes. You guys didn't talk about it at the last meeting, did you?
This,
There's nothing on the agenda here about Bassett Hospital, April Road Housing Project.
It wasn't in the minutes from the last meeting.
and I don't have it, so what is it attached to?
I don't know.
It was in a packet.
I didn't get it in the packet.
I didn't see that.
I just got, I mean, not what Chris sent.
I think it might have been
I think this is just a mistake, stapled together,
a collating error.
yes.
Because I
Whatever
got
it
by
is,
the email
well-
stuff.
Whatever it is, it's not before us.
I didn't get it.
Well, what it looks like is that there's a proposal here to change the intersection at Main Street and Able Road so that the through goes up Able Road and not continues on Main Street. I mean, that's the only way you can interpret this map.
But I
Is
don't
that
have,
something
but we don't
that
all
the-
have a copy of this.
Yeah, that wasn't,
Chris, do you know where it came
No,
from?
if this is something that I missed in the transition from, I took over Jackson's position, I apologize, but I haven't seen, this is the first I've heard of this
yeah, I
document.
only received 3 pages with the Schleifer Bridge application. The paralegal's letter, the map, and
We don't have a paralegal's letter. Do you have-
Yeah, and then the Main Street at Grove Street intersection change.
that's not part of, this is,
Oh, this here.
that wasn't part of the.
No, that's Norman
I
Karen.
just think it got in there by mistake.
Yeah, we're talking about this thing.
Let me see.
I think collating error was the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all.
Because there isn't a project to our knowledge that's been submitted, right?
You know, this,
I got it, I don't know why.
you know, that intersection, I think it's,
Like,
because I'm not sure these are good ideas
Is that in
anyway.
fact something that we,
somebody's
This is
probably
the
gonna lose
original
their
application.
job because,
And that's how it is.
Let's hope not.
well, it depends on who it is.
Yeah, I saw them, you know, I went online and got what we had on the minutes. And that's why I was surprised to see this additional information in the package, and so. It looks like,
So I didn't get a packet, period, so,
I agree
not even
with-
this
I
thing,
agree with you,
so.
it looks like a terrible idea.
These guys got packets, and
I just think that just slipped in from something else.
do they get mailed?
is it, I'm thinking, revealing something that we are not supposed to yet know?
I don't know, it's like, a false flag operation.
Well, I'm gonna assume that's not on the agenda.
It is not.
No, it's certainly food for thought.
Peak hour volume, it's the traffic study, it's the
It's a
Bassett traffic
That's what
study.
it is.
It's part of the traffic study, which was done for the village called for the traffic study, right?
Is the village doing this traffic study?
Yes.
I don't know if that application has been refiled.
But I think the village was doing a traffic study regardless,
Oh, was it?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, we will see at the moment time.
Talking about you.
We can
I
ask-
recommended there
we
be
can
a
ask the
traffic study.
applicant.
I didn't get one, but I did recommend there be a traffic study.
So anyway, let's get back to the minutes.
Clearly, I might not to start at 18.
Thought they were great.
Does anybody have a motion to continue the minutes?
I would make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned at 5:02.
That's only 5 minutes past last week. Or actually, no, 20 minutes past, sorry. 25 minutes.
Thank you very much.
Next
All
month,
right, thank you.
take us to before the meeting.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just asking her about it. I lost my dog, that's her ass.
Have a good week, folks.